Hi, my name is James Buzzetta, and this is Justin Stein here from Competition Subaru, and we're here looking at our brand new 2024 BRZ TS. This is among the first BRZ TSs in the country, and we're really happy to have one here to review. We're very excited. Now in its 12th model year and second generation, the Subaru BRZ has built up a name for itself by being a very fun to drive car and a purpose-built sports car. Due to the fact that it has the BOXER engine, it keeps its center of gravity very low, it's small and lightweight, it still has a manual transmission, which a lot of cars today don't have, and it's a rear-wheel drive, real dialed-in sports car that's something that you could enjoy on back roads or even take to a track day.
The BRZ is known for its very low center of gravity. It's one of the lowest center of gravity vehicles in production today, which equates to superior handling and great driving dynamics on the road. Its wide stance, its sculpted fenders in the front, deep valance on the side, wide rear fenders back here that finishes off into a ducktail spoiler really make you feel that this car is built with purpose, and that purpose is for driving dynamics. Special badging lets you know that this car is the TS. You're going to have it integrated into the front grille, the rear deck lid, and then Subaru also does something a little unique on this car. They put a little red BRZ logo right here in the headlight bezel over here. That red color, that cherry red, is going to be unique to the TS model. Another unique feature on this car, and it's kind of hard to tell because the color of the mirror caps actually matches the car, but regardless of whatever color you get the new TS in, they're all going to come with the black silica mirror caps, and these are foldable mirrors. You can tuck them away, and also the shark fin on the back here for the antenna. So black car, black trim, but if this car was blue or was white, this piece and this component here will also be black. Really sharp and cool looking. Come to the back of the BRZ, you'll see we have dual exhaust back here, and this car drives unbelievable, and it's hard to find a car at this price point, 2+2 configuration, manual transmission, rear-wheel drive, that's going to compare. The Subaru BRZ is not just a precision driving sports car. This is something you could drive every day. It is comfortable enough that you can get behind the wheel and use this as a daily driver. Subaru understands this, and now they've introduced their trademark safety feature, the EyeSight system, which is a dual stereo camera system built into their cars, which was never available for on manual transmissions, but now we get this on this car. And there's a ton of features that you get by going with this that make the drive much safer for you.
One of the key aesthetic differences is not only on the outside, but the inside. You have the leather and ultra suede interior with the blue accents, blue stitching on the seats, as well as blue stitching on the doors and the ultra suede. It's a nice, subtle little touch that shows you that this is more than just a typical BRZ.
The interior of the BRZ is definitely a really nice place to be. It is intimate, does not feel claustrophobic at all. But again, going back to the performance base, you can feel just by putting the steering wheel in your hand that this car is designed to be driven. Standard on this car, you're going to get Apple CarPlay, Android Auto on limited up models. You get a specialized digital dashboard in this car, specific to, this one happens to be the TS to this car. Packages below do have the digital dashboard, but it doesn't have the STI logo, as well as the STI start button over here finished in the cherry red, which goes back to the roots of STI and the traditional color of the
Absolutely, dating back to the late 80s when they were really trying to develop performance cars for the road, and in addition to rally cars. Yeah, the interior of this car is definitely purpose-built. I'd say that it's definitely, in terms of fit and finish and quality, it's up there. It's a big upgrade from the previous car, but also it's no nonsense. There's everything in here is in here for a reason. Everything is within an ease of reach. Just the ergonomics of the interior in general are really good, very user-friendly. Me personally, when I buy a performance car, I want to be able to drive it and have fun with it, but I also want for it to be a pretty good place to be. Those types of cars are cars that I take on long drives, hours away, and I feel like I could do that with this car. It rides pretty nice, and it's also just, it's got a right amount of features and things on display for you, and everything seems to work really nicely.
And nothing is overdone. And you have nice things like dual zone climate control. The seats are actually very supportive. Lots of bolstering on the sides, but not uncomfortable. I feel completely secure in this seat. If you were to take this car for a spirited drive, the seat is going to hold you in place nicely.
Absolutely.
We do have sculpted seats in the back. It is primarily for very short trips. I mean, it is a 2+2, but kids could fit back here. Your dog, your cat could fit back there, no problem.
Or another set of wheels and tires for the track day.
or that as well. The BRZ has a surprisingly large trunk. You get 6.3 cubic feet inside of the trunk. You also get additional storage underneath. And they also include a handy compressor too, in case you get a flat, you can refill your tire. The seats do fold down, which I'm going to show you right now.
Under the hood of the 2024 Subaru BRZ TS, you'll find about the same thing that you'd find in the standard 2024 Subaru BRZ. It's a 2.4 liter flat 4-cylinder producing 228 horsepower. And it's a great engine for this little car. Again, a horizontally opposing 4-cylinder engine that keeps the center of gravity nice and low with this car. Your choice of a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed automatic transmission. And you can see it fits perfectly into here. One thing I do like to see as a performance car enthusiast is the bracing over here. You can definitely see that it's meant to keep the chassis very, very stiff for a spirited type of drive or perhaps even a track day.
Additionally, they're also going to give you vehicle stability control with track mode, as well as a limited slip differential in the back of this car too, which really optimizes performance when you want to take this car to the track or even around town if you really want to push it hard.
One of the key and most important differences on the 2024 Subaru BRZ TS is the brakes. I love this. It's one of the most important parts of having any performance driving car to have proper stopping power. With this car, you get 4-pot Brembos up front, 2-pot Brembos in the rear, with a bigger diameter brake rotor. And I absolutely love that they did the copper-colored traditional Brembo caliper, just like you'd find in a GD STI between 2004 and 2007. That, to me, takes me right back. It looks like something you'd see on one of those cars that you brake swapped one of the BRZs. It's the coolest look. I absolutely love it. I wish they did that with the WRX-TR, honestly. And the wheels and tire setup is exactly what you find in a Limited as well. It's an 18-inch wheel with a Michelin Pilot 4 tire. The 215/40 R18 is just a perfect size to give you that proper amount of grip and perhaps let you slide around a little bit as well.
Another unique feature on the new TS are the sensitive frequency response dampers made by Hitachi. It is proprietary to this vehicle, and essentially what it does is it automatically adjusts depending on road conditions, making this the best handling BRZ we've ever had. They've also fine-tuned the back suspension system as well to work in sync with these new front dampers. This is what this is all about, driving this car. It sounds awesome in here.
It does. It actually sounds really nice.
Very balanced.
It's it's definitely, you can feel there's a lot of certainty too. In cars like this, you don't always get that. If we were driving a Porsche, it would be one thing, but this car, you know, it really doesn't give you any reason to get skittish. All right, well, I mean, it's definitely a lot of fun, and I'd say it's a bit of a step up from the previous generation. Honestly, you know, when you drive the car, it really feels kind of confidence-inspiring. At no point do you feel like you're really on the edge, and that's all the car had. It really feels like a very well dialed-in car, and to me, the new BRZ TS is probably the next most special thing that they've made in back of the STI. To me, in my opinion, it's right there. It's just the way it feels. I know it doesn't have a turbo. I know it doesn't have 300-something horsepower, but it just, the handling aspect and how enjoyable it is, and honestly how well it performs for a car with 228 horsepower or whatever. It's right there. I'd say it's probably the next most special car they've ever made.
I actually enjoy driving this more than I enjoy driving the WRX. I like how it feels really planted and connected to the ground. I I noticed a huge difference with the brake setup.
Right.
These brakes bite, the car stops real well, it feels very balanced, I didn't feel any brake fade at any point whatsoever. The suspension definitely does make a difference. As I kept saying to you, we're driving, I'm shocked at how beautiful this car drives on a choppy road.
Yeah.
The roads we were on were not in great condition. In the Northeast, right after the winter, lots of potholes, cracks. This car feels very planted, it feels very comfortable, I love the seats. The driving position is perfect. To me, this embodies a sports car. Like you said, it's not about brute horsepower. It's about the driving experience. And
absolutely,
there isn't a car, in my opinion, that gets close to this. And this is a dying breed. A rear-wheel drive, lightweight, low to the ground, great sight lines. I could see everything out of the windows. It's not small inside, doesn't feel cramped. It just was a really fun car to drive and just embodies what a sports car should be. It's pure. It's 100% pure.
And to me, honestly, I mean, if it's a lot of fun to drive, handles pretty well, can corner pretty fast, and handles in perfect road conditions, what sounds like a better rally car than that?
I couldn't agree more.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you coming along on a ride and drive of the new 2024 Subaru BRZ TS with us. We both really enjoyed it. We both kind of want to buy one, and if you want to come see one of the first ones in the area, I think it is the first one in this area. I don't see any other deal that has one. Be sure to follow us on YouTube and various other social media outlets. We have a couple of really cool events coming up and that we do every year. Our Cars and Coffee for 2024 is going to be April 14th. And then stay tuned for in August, we have our Subaru Motorsports car show where Subaru brings down their rally car, and we have an awesome showing. And we're trying to fill up the whole parking lot over here. You and me are going to empty out the whole parking lot.
Every year it gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
And we have food. We have all sorts of fun stuff.
We had Bucky last year.
We had Bucky last year. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. So follow us on social to stay tuned for that. It's going to be something special this year.
And get down quick because this car will sell quick. So if you want to see it, come down as quick as
you
can.
It won't last.
It won't last. Thank you very much.